The data editor gives a spreadsheet-like view of data that are currently in memory. You can use it to enter new data, edit existing data, search through the dataset, and edit attributes of the data in the dataset, such as variable names, labels, and display formats, as well as value labels. Any action you take in the data editor results in a command being issued to Stata, as though you had typed it into the command window. This means that you can keep good records and learn commands by using the data editor. We will be entering and editing data in this chapter, so start the data editor in edit mode by clicking on the data editor edit button, or type edit in command box and press enter. The toolbar for the data editor has some standard buttons and some buttons we have not yet seen. Edit mode changes the data editor to edit mode. Browse mode changes the data editor to browse mode for safely looking at data. Open opens a Stata dataset. Stata will warn you if your current dataset has unsaved changes. Save saves the dataset visible in the data editor. Print prints the dataset visible in the data editor. Copy copies the current selection to the clipboard. Paste pastes the contents of the clipboard. You may paste only if one cell is selected. The CS cell will become the upper left corner of the pasted contents. Warning: this action will paste over existing data. Find opens the find bar for searching in the data editor. Filter observations filters the observations visible in the data editor. This button is useful for looking at a subset of the current dataset. Right-clicking within the data editor brings up a contextual menu that allows you to manipulate the data and what you are viewing. Right-clicking on the data editor window displays a menu from which you can do many common tasks. Copy to copy data to the clipboard. Paste to paste data from the clipboard. Paste special to paste data from the clipboard with finer control of delimiters, giving a preview of what will be pasted. Select all to select all the data displayed in the data editor. This could be different from the data in the dataset if the data are filtered or some variables are hidden. Data to open a submenu containing. Insert variable to bring up a dialog for creating a new variable at the current cursor position. Add variable to bring up a dialog for creating a new variable at the beginning or end of a dataset. Replace contents of variable to bring up a dialog for replacing the values of the selected variable. Insert observations to bring up a dialog for inserting new empty observations at the current cursor position. Add observations to bring up a dialog for adding new empty observations to the end of the dataset. Sort data to sort the dataset by the selected variable. Value labels to access a submenu for managing and displaying value labels. Keep only selected data to keep only the selected data in the dataset. All remaining data will be dropped, removed from the dataset. Drop selected data to drop the selected data. This is only possible if the selection consists of either entire variables, columns, or observations, rows. Convert variables from string to numeric for converting string variables to numeric variables. Convert variables from numeric to string for converting numeric variables to strings. Encode string variable to labeled numeric for encoding a string-valued categorical variable to a numeric variable while still displaying the categories in tables and graphs. Decode labeled numeric variable to string for turning an encoded variable back into a string variable. Reset selected column widths to reset the selected columns to the default width. Hide selected variables to hide the selected variables. Show only selected variables to hide all but the selected variables. Show entire dataset, to turn off all filters, and unhide all variables. Preferences, to set the preferences for the data editor. Font, to change the font of the data editor.